a chance to dance our way out of our constriction.
Okay, we're making picante chicken roll-ups today. As you'll see, we have some roasted red peppers. I roasted them on the fire. You can do it on your grill, or you can do it on your oven if you have a gas grill, but be careful, you have to watch these things. You can't turn the fire on and leave it because a disaster may ensue. We also have 5 garlic cloves. We've got about a third of a cup of Parmesan cheese, 4 tablespoons of butter. We've got some salt, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and I'm going to add about a half a cup of heavy cream to this mixture. We're going to put it in the food processor, blend it all up. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Okay, I'm going to start by adding a little liquid first. I'm going to add, this is about a half a cup of half and half. I'm going to add my garlic cloves. Don't have to chop them up. The food processor will take care of that for you. I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of butter, a pinch of salt, and depends on how spicy you like it. You know, I like it a little bit spicy, but I'm making it for the kids today. So I'm going to put maybe 1/8 of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes in there. And I'm going to add my roasted red peppers and get them all blended up. Now, you can see that I have most of the seeds removed. And if you get a seed or two in there, don't worry about it. It won't freak you out. You know, you won't have the children run away in terror, and your dish will still look good. And that char, that actually just leads to having a prettier looking, more rustic dish. So I leave that on there, and I like that flavor anyway. So I'm going to blend that up and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, the ingredients are all blended. I took them and I put them in a pot, and they're simmering now on medium heat. It's going to take a minute for it to melt, and when you look at it right now, you're like, ugh, that doesn't look very appetizing. Don't worry about it. We're going to hit it with a boat anchor when we finish it off. If you'll look over here, you'll see that we've got some Italian style cheese, Asiago, more Parmesan, Romano, Asiago cheeses, and the Parmesan that I had by itself. I'm going to add that to the blend once it starts to heat up a little bit, because I don't want the cheese to clump up. I am going to use a wire whisk to get it going while it's cooking, but you'll see that it turns into a really lovely dish. While that's cooking, we're going to go ahead and take care of our chicken. Give me 1 second. Okay, while the sauce is cooking, I'm going to go ahead and season my chicken. I'm going to use my star, and that's Smackason St. Thomas style pepper sauce. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons because here again I'm using it for the children's meal. So I'll use 2 tablespoons, and I'll just mix that into the chicken. If you want to add a pinch of salt, you can do that. I don't use a lot of salt in my cooking because I think that this sauce flavors your proteins beautifully without a whole lot of salt. But if you want to add a pinch or 2, what the heck? It's still America. So I'll just kind of fold that in and make sure it's evenly distributed. Now, you'll look at the chicken, and the chicken doesn't look incredibly moist right now. Don't worry, it will be, because when we roll these up using some tortilla wrappers, that we're not going to close them up. We're just going to roll them in so all that beautiful sauce can sink inside. It'll be nice and cheesy and red peppery and just absolutely beautiful. So hold on a second and I'll show you what we'll do with it. Okay, we got just some plain flour tortillas, and we're going to take a little bit of the chicken and we're going to spread it so we can make a nice tight roll. Here again, we're not covering the ends up because we want that sauce to flavor the meat as well. So we're going to take it, push it all to one end, and we're gonna roll it up just like a Havana cigar. And once we get it rolled up, we're gonna put it in our prepared tray. Just coat it with a little bit of olive oil. That's all you need to do. And we're gonna keep making these until we get the pan full. I'm looking for anywhere from 6 to 8 servings for this. So once these cook, you can divide these in half if you have small children, and it'll be plenty. You know, serve it with some rice and a nice crisp summer vegetable or a summer salad, and you're in business. So we're gonna do a couple more of these, and then we'll be back. We'll put it all together, get it in the oven, and we'll show you exactly what it looks like. Right now, just doing a couple. You can see exactly what it looks like. Whoops. Like so. Okay, so be back in a second. Okay, I have everything rolled. I have my cheese sauce, roasted red pepper with cheese ready. I'm going to drizzle that over the top evenly to make sure that every little crease and crevice gets a little bit of this sauce. And you know, it'll move around while you're in the oven a little bit, you know. I'm going to put it in a preheated 400-degree oven so the tortillas can cook and also the cheese. Because what I'm going to do after getting this roasted red pepper sauce smooth throughout the dish is that I reserved about a cup of that cheese blend, and I'm going to take that and just sprinkle it throughout the dish. Just a little extra sauce for the goose to bind it together. And after that, you throw it in the oven and you cook it for about 25-30 minutes until everything marries together and it's all golden brown and bubbly on the top. And you're going to see that in about 30 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, 30 minutes later, out of the oven. Cheese all golden, brown, melty. The chicken was rehydrated by the fat from the dark meat and from the roasted red pepper sauce. So all we have to do is serve it up, which I'm going to do. I normally let it rest for a few minutes, but this looks so good, I want to try it right now. So I'm just going to take and cut a little wedge out, because each of these rolls should serve 2 people. So I'm going to take a wedge, cut it out. But I want you to see that. See how moist that chicken is? All the sauce seep back in. Throw a little sauce on top. You can serve it with rice, some black beans, make it some plantains, have an entire meal. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend, Dad Smackason, coming from you from Smackason's Kitchens. We'll see you next time with another great recipe. Remember, islands of flavor to your table with Smackason sauces. Take care, everybody.